Spanning over 300 acres, the Bridestones Nature Reserve is wild, open and beautiful. It's made up of moorland, pasture, wooded slopes and valleys full of flowers in summer. This is a protected site of special scientific interest. Conservation work and careful land management plays a crucial role in protecting its delicate ecosystems. Bridestone Griff divides two groups of rocks. High Bridestones are to the west, low Bridestones are to the east. Dovedale Griff runs into Dovedale and its woodland. These sandstone rocks are remnants of a cap formed 150 million years ago. Wind, frost and rain have shaped them into strange and sculpted forms over thousands of years. The name Bridestones likely comes from Old Norse meaning edge stones. This 8-mile walk is my route to explore the fascinating rocks and the nature reserve surrounding them. I start at Saltergate car park beside the A169. It sits at the top of a steep bank opposite the Hall of Hawkham. A dry stone wall encloses a set of neatly arranged paving stones. A carved message on the paving stones invites people to explore the Hall of Hawkham, but today I'm heading in the opposite direction for a different adventure. I follow Old Wife's Way, part of the Tabular Hills Walk. It's peaceful and easy underfoot. In the distance, Blakey Topping is visible, with its unmistakable rounded shape. After a mile, I leave the main track and join a bridleway. A National Trust sign for Bridestones and Crosscliff marks the way over the flat ground of Newgate Brow. Blakey Topping stays in view. To the north, I spot Hazelhead Moor, another prominent hill in the local landscape, rising gently above the surrounding moorland. A local legend says Wade the Giant made the Hall of Hawkham during an argument with his wife. He threw a handful of earth, which became Blakey Topping. The bridleway crosses Newgate Moor. Steep slopes fall away on my left, while open farmland stretches into the distance on my right. Around 1.5 miles in, I reach 2 gates. I ignore the second gate to Crosscliff and take the first one on the right into the nature reserve. I head south on a moorland track lined with heather. A raised ridge on my left marks an ancient earthwork noted on the Ordnance Survey map. The path runs between woodland on my left and open moorland on my right. I stay alert for a footpath sign coming up on the right-hand side. The sign is small and easy to miss. A short wooden post marks the path with a public footpath badge attached. The path rises gently and becomes clearer. It crosses the grassy reserve and heads towards the rocks at High Bridestones. It can get muddy. Glancing right, I spot the first rock formations at High Bridestones. I plan to explore them now and visit Low Bridestones later. I soon take a right turn, following a narrow and worn path downhill. It leads directly towards the rock formations. The narrow track joins a cobbled path. It leads downhill into woodland, entering the valley known as Bridestone Griff. At the bottom, I cross a small stream, then climb out the other side. The paths are maintained due to the popularity of this area. Leaving the woods, I pass 2 large sandstone pillars on my right. These are some of the most iconic rocks at High Bridestones. I reach a T-junction and turn right for a quick detour. I'll explore more rocks here before heading back to continue the main route. This path runs among an incredible cluster of sandstone formations. I can walk between them, around them, and even on top of some. The views are brilliant. After the detour, I return to the junction, continuing along the rocky ridge known as Needle Point. Some rocks have small caves eroded into them. This makes the area fun for children to explore and adds a playful touch to the walk. Walking south on Needle Point, I pass wooden benches that offer lovely places to rest. Dovedale Griff lies to my right, Bridestone Griff lies to my left. The path begins to descend, winding through woodland full of silver birch trees. The setting is peaceful and calming. At the bottom of the ridge, I go through a gate and cross a wooden footbridge into the top end of Dovedale. The trail follows a pretty stream through the valley. This is one of the most scenic and peaceful parts of the entire walk. At the far end of Dovedale, I cross another footbridge and pass through a gate to carry on my journey. I now walk through a tree-lined path. Some of the trees lean at strange angles, shaped by strong winds and harsh weather over time. One tree stands out. A thick branch bends in a deep U-shape, then curves back up, twisted by years of exposure to the elements. The path reaches a picnic area and brings me to Staindale Lake. I follow a trail that circles the lake completely. On the south side of the lake, the path winds through evergreen woodland. I stop here for a break, enjoying coffee and lunch at the halfway point. At the lake's eastern end, a bird feeding station attracts robins, chaffinches, goldfinches, blue tits, great tits, coal tits and marsh tits. There are more benches nearby, making this a perfect place for a quiet moment, a coffee or a bite to eat. A nearby sculpture, created with artist Anne Sotheron, celebrates dragonflies and damselflies. It's made of stainless steel, carved stone and stained glass, with etched fossil wings and a tall glass blade. I return to the Bridestones car park. A welcome sign explains how wind and rain sculpted the rock formations. It also encourages visitors to enjoy the moors and wildlife. The path now climbs steeply through woodland. Then I emerge into open countryside and see low Bridestones up close for the first time. Walking north across low Bridestones, I'm surrounded by dramatic rock formations. Each has its own shape, weathered by centuries of wind, rain and ice. I move on and look across the valley towards High Bridestones, where I walked earlier today. I retrace my steps across the Bridestones Nature Reserve and rejoin the moorland track I used at the beginning. As I walk north, Blakey Topping reappears, this time to my right. It's still as striking as ever. Walking along Old Wife's Way, I look across Hazelhead Moor and spot RAF Fylingdales. Its pyramid-shaped radar station tracks satellites, missiles and space debris. My walk ends back at the Saltergate car park. Before leaving, I cross the road for one last look at the Hole of Hawcombe, a vast natural hollow known as the Devil's Punch Bowl. You can find full details of this walk by searching for Paul Beale Bridestones. I'll also add the full website link in the comments section of this video.